Basketball Podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. As always, I'm your host, Mehrob. We got a packed show lined up for you guys today. Of course, we saw Luka Dončić return to Dallas last night for the first time since the trade to the Los Angeles Lakers. We're going to look into everything about that, look into the how the Lakers stand from there. They clinched the 3 seed in the Western Conference, and we're going to get into everything about that. From there, we're going to look at the Los Angeles Clippers, the other team in Los Angeles. They won their 6th straight win, and they've played phenomenally for the last week, 2 weeks or so. 8-2 in their last 10. We're going to get into everything about them. They are dark horses in the Western Conference at the moment, so they have everything on the line, and we're gonna look into everything about them. From there, we're gonna take a look at the San Antonio Spurs taking down the Golden State Warriors. Crucial loss for the Golden State Warriors in that one. The Spurs playing spoiler for them. That was an unbelievable game. Harrison Barnes with a last-second game winner to lift the Spurs over the Warriors. So we're gonna get into everything about that. From there as well, we're gonna take a look at the Denver Nuggets in the first game since the Mike Malone firing. We're going to take a look at how they played. Nikola Jokic, Christian Braun finishing with 25 points. Jokic with a 21-point triple-double. Michael Porter Jr. with 21 points. All across the board, offense was very well balanced, very well, just very well overall. So we're going to take a look at the Denver Nuggets after that win over the Kings last night. And to close out the show, we're going to give a quick update on the Western Conference playoffs, how everything's shaping out, how everybody's seeding with 4 days to go in the regular season. And we're going to take a look at all of that. But, of course, before I get started, I'd like to remind you guys to please like and follow the show for more GSMC Sports Network content. Also, we get a number of questions from viewers that come in during the show, so to ensure that your question gets read on air, I ask to use the tips and donations link at gsmcpodcast.net for your questions. This puts your question at the top of the list so that I see it. It also really helps out the show. Again, the link is gsmcpodcast.net for all your questions and comments. But getting straight into it here, Luka Dončić returning to Dallas for the first time since being traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. Very emotional return from him from the get-go. We all saw it across the board. ESPN had it from the tribute video. Luka was very emotional pre-game. You could see him with a towel over his face, his eyes wet, tears dripping down his face. It was just emotional overall, and we saw from early on that not only was Luka was himself, but Luka pretty much he just needs time he's still proving that he still just needs time to grow into the Lakers offense. He has done well for the last 2 months or so, but we also saw early on that he was having a tough time struggling with that aspect. But in this game, of course, Luka finishing with 31 points in the first half, 45 points overall. Absolute masterclass from him in the win over the Dallas Mavericks in 112-97. But yeah, Lakers started the game pretty hot. It was both teams were going back and forth. Lakers shooting pretty well from 3-point range. Luka doing very well from the opening tip, and from there it was just a Luka show takeover. It was until the third quarter the third quarter has been an issue for the Lakers all year long. This time the Dallas Mavericks going on a 13-0 run to close that third quarter. It was just their defense has been very porous all season long, and their offense has been very, I don't know why it's been this way. It's just for some reason it's that third quarter. We remember the old days with the Golden State Warriors. Good teams usually perform very well in the third quarter. That's what teams really specify. Coming out of the second half, taking control of the momentum, maximizing their opportunities on the offensive glass. that's where they look for to make their presence known in that third quarter. And for some reason, it's been an issue all season long with the Los Angeles Lakers. And it showed itself again last night. But regardless, the Lakers getting the win. On the other side, Anthony Davis getting finishing with 13 points, 11 rebounds. And yeah, overall, it was the biggest aspect of this game that I would say there was a turnover differential really, 19 turnovers for the Mavericks to the 9 for the Los Angeles Lakers, and yeah, when you turn the ball over and on that clip, on that consistency, it's tough to win games overall, and it proved itself last night, to say the least. But yeah, the Lakers clinching the 3 seed with their win over the Mavericks as well, not only solidifying their spot in the playoffs, but solidifying exactly where they want to be before the playoffs. Trying to stay away pretty much from the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder being the best team with over 60 wins this season, the best record in the NBA. They've just been extremely formidable, and nobody really wants any parts of Oklahoma City. Everybody from 3 through 6 or 3 through 5 between the Lakers, the Nuggets, and the Warriors have been really looking for that 3 seed for about the last 2 weeks or so. And last night was another crucial piece in the final touches for the Lakers, cementing themselves in that spot. But nonetheless, on the other side, the Dallas Mavericks solidifying their spot in the play-in tournament officially, with the Suns officially being eliminated from playoff contention last night. They're locked into either the 9 or 10 seed, and with home court advantage really going to play a difference in the play-in tournament this year. This year it's either going to be Sacramento versus Dallas, but I personally believe that home field advantage or home court is going to really play a crucial role in this series, in that game, in that play-in tournament game, and going to make all the difference overall. But yeah, it was a phenomenal performance from Luka Dončić. Like I said, extremely emotional. You could see it stricken across his face, from the tribute video to seeing his teammates pregame, postgame, the fans coming out. He wanted to play for them. He wanted to play for them, but he also wanted to deliver a message to Nico Harrison. Nico Harrison, the GM for the Dallas Mavericks, the man that traded Luka Dončić to the Los Angeles Lakers, the man that had the final decision on it. He was sending a message absolutely to Nico Harrison last night, and that was the biggest thing that I took away from the game. But yeah, overall it was a phenomenal performance, and we're going to be looking at the Los Angeles Lakers in the playoffs coming up very soon. Who will they play? I'll get into who they'll play later on in the show when we take a look at the entire Western Conference. But at the moment, this is where we sit. A little bit of a not exciting, but something that's improving little by little with this team is their defensive tenacity. It seems that they're starting to flip that switch as the playoffs are quickly approaching. LeBron starting to flip that switch. Jackson Hayes being a presence on the interior with Rui Hachimura. Jared Vanderbilt coming off the bench, being able to plug him in and out of the starting lineup if you need an extra defensive guy with him. If you need more offense, take a Rui Hachimura or a Austin Reeves. It's just overall, the bench has been playing much better. Dorian Finney-Smith having 12 points as well in this game. The Lakers are just starting to come together overall. That's what it feels like. That's what it's seeming like every game that goes by. The Lakers starting to piece it together, and with that, it's just really it's very hopeful for them as they look for a deep playoff run in a gauntlet of a Western Conference. But I'm going to take a short break. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at the Golden State, or the Los Angeles Clippers, excuse me. We're going to look at them, how they've been performing these last 6 games on a 6-game winning streak at the moment. Kawhi Leonard, since being healthy, has played phenomenal. James Harden playing phenomenal all season long. Zubats is playing a presence on the interior. Overall, we're going to take a look at the Clippers and how they can be dark horses in the Western Conference. I'm going to take a short break, and when I come back, we're going to take a look at all of that. Be right back.